Every empire in history eventually collapses. Rome, Britain, the Ottomans, the Soviets. So why do analysts say the United States might be the last superpower the world will ever see? Well, the answer isn't just military strength. It's geography, culture, innovation, and a set of advantages no nation can easily copy. Let's break down why America may stay on top long after others fade. Most people don't realize this, but America's biggest advantage isn't its military. It's the land itself. The U.S. has two enormous oceans that protect it, the largest navigable river system on Earth, a fertile farmland belt stretching over 3,800 miles, and natural borders that are nearly impossible to invade. No other superpower in history has had this combination. China is surrounded by rivals. Russia is largely landlocked with frozen ports. Europe is fractured into dozens of competing nations. But the United States? It's basically a fortress with a buffet inside. This geographic cheat code gives the U.S. a foundation of security and self-sufficiency that is unmatched. It can grow its own food, move goods efficiently within its borders, and remain safe from conventional invasion. It's a massive head start that other countries can only dream of. Now let's talk about the economic monster. The U.S. economy is more than just money. It's momentum. America controls the world's reserve currency, the U.S. dollar. It's home to the biggest tech companies on the planet. It has the deepest and most stable financial system, and its banking network is the most trusted globally. And of course, it has the strongest consumer market on Earth. Everyone wants to sell to American consumers. When the American economy sneezes, the global economy catches the flu. And here's the crazy part. Even with all the talk of a changing world order, over 60% of all world trade still runs through the U.S. dollar. Even countries that don't particularly like America still need the American financial system to function. This gives the U.S. an incredible amount of leverage, allowing it to influence global events simply by controlling the flow of money. Rome ruled the land. Britain ruled the waves. America? It rules the entire planet. The U.S. Navy controls every major shipping lane, every ocean, and every strategic choke point. No country can transport oil, food, or goods globally without passing through waters that are either protected or monitored by the American military. Think about that for a second. The entire global supply chain, the lifeblood of the world economy, operates under the watch of the U.S. Navy. This isn't just about having the most aircraft carriers, although it does have more than the rest of the world combined. This is about profound structural influence. It's a power that's baked into the very fabric of the world's economy, ensuring that global trade remains stable and open, all under an American security umbrella. Every generation, America produces something the world can't ignore. Think about it. The internet, GPS, the microchip, these were all developed in the United States. Silicon Valley became the global hub for technological revolution. Companies like SpaceX are pioneering private space exploration. American universities and labs are at the forefront of AI breakthroughs and medical innovation. And let's not forget Hollywood and the cultural exports that shape global trends. The U.S. attracts more scientists, entrepreneurs, and ambitious people than any other country in history. But here's the key difference. Unlike many other nations, America has a unique ability to absorb talent from all over the world and integrate it. This constant influx of new ideas and driven people is a magic engine that continuously fuels American innovation and reinvention. Go anywhere in the world and you'll see American influence. People are watching American movies, wearing American brands like Nike, listening to American music from pop to hip-hop, eating at American fast food chains, and using American apps like Instagram and Google. This is what experts call soft power, and in this arena, no country even comes close. America's culture isn't just entertainment. It's a powerful form of influence. It shapes aspirations, sets trends, and spreads American values and ideas across the globe without firing a single shot. When a teenager in Seoul and a grandparent in Cairo both know who Iron Man is, that's a level of cultural reach that is unprecedented in human history. Most superpowers in history were critically dependent on other nations for energy. That reliance was always their Achilles heel. But America today is different. The U.S. is the world's largest producer of oil and the largest producer of natural gas. It's also one of the leading nations in developing renewable energy technologies like solar and wind. The country is geographically loaded with natural resources. What this means is that America can run its entire economy, power its cities, and fuel its military without having to depend on foreign powers. This energy independence gives the U.S. immense strategic freedom. It can't be held hostage by energy-rich rivals or disrupted by instability in other parts of the world, a luxury few other major powers have ever enjoyed. America doesn't stand alone. It sits at the center of the most powerful and extensive alliance system in human history. We're talking about NATO in Europe, but also deep partnerships with Japan, South Korea, Australia, Canada, and many other nations across the world. These aren't just names on a treaty. They are deep economic, military, and diplomatic relationships. These alliances amplify U.S. power, giving it a global footprint with bases, allies, and partners on every continent. When America acts, it often does so with the support of a broad coalition of the world's most advanced economies and militaries. This network provides a level of global reach and influence that a single nation, no matter how powerful, could never achieve on its own. So here's the big twist. Many experts believe that after the United States, there might never be another global superpower. Not because America won't face challenges, because it certainly will, but because the fundamental nature of the world is changing. Global populations are shrinking in many key regions. National economies are becoming more fragmented and regional. Global trade is becoming less stable, and energy systems are in the middle of a massive transition. Crucially, technology is beginning to decentralize power, making it harder for any single nation to achieve total dominance. Future countries might become very strong regional powers, but they may not be able to project economic, cultural, and military power on a truly planetary scale in the same way the U.S. does today. America might be the final nation to possess that unique combination of attributes. Now, let's have a reality check. Does any of this mean America is perfect? Of course not. No nation is. The U.S. faces enormous internal challenges, from political division to economic inequality. These are serious problems that can't be ignored. But when you look at the fundamental pillars of global power, the picture becomes clear. In terms of geography, innovation, economy, culture, military reach, and resource independence, no other country has all of these advantages at once. And given the way the world is changing, it's very possible that no country ever will again. Empires fall because they lose the core advantages that built them. America, for all its faults and challenges, still has every one of those advantages. In some cases, like technology and energy, its advantages are even stronger today than they were in the past. Which is why many analysts conclude that the United States won't be the next empire to fall. It may just be the last superpower the world ever sees. If you want more U.S. history, geopolitics, and mind-bending facts, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.